Welcome back to the comment show. It's been one entire month. So much has bloody happened. But we lost to Wolves. Adama Traore scored 2. This is uncalled for. You're not allowed to beat us. This is a bloody shambles. Welcome back to this bloody stupid show. I'm me. Still. Somehow. Brad sent this one in, or it was in capitals, so maybe it's Brad. Chelsea have dropped more in the last 5 years than any other Premier League team. No debate, Brad, mate. We're going to have a bloody debate. You're chatting Absolute Danny. Absolute Danny Shittu. Don't have to bleep that because it's his surname. Chelsea have won the league twice in the past 5 years. And most recently, 2 years ago, when they set the record for the most league wins in a single season. That record's been beaten twice by City since, but you know, who's keeping count? Now, I know hot takes is but I've got one brewing in here right now, and I genuinely believe that Chelsea's transfer ban is the best thing to ever happen to Chelsea, apart from Roman Abramovich buying them in 2003, of course. The transfer ban was implemented at the perfect time for their academy. Chelsea's squad was aging, their best players were jumping ship, and now they're shit. The squad that had won so much was gone, and they needed a revamp. Money could have done that, but no amount of money can buy that connection between a fan and a player. Chelsea have been forced to use their academy. I thought Chelsea were going to be crap, not gonna lie, but given half a chance, and their academy is doing wonders, which shouldn't actually be that surprising, to be honest. Reece James looks sick. Tomori looks great. Mason Mount, what a strange name, but he's good. Even Tammy Abraham is incredible, and I completely wrote him off. I thought he was crap. I'm actually incredibly envious of Chelsea's situation right now, which sounds a bit strange. They must be having the most insanely fun season in a long time. You've got players who grew up as Chelsea fans or have at least been in the academy for their entire career, scoring goals, winning games. Everyone wants someone to relate to. Every fan wants to have been able to play for their club. And as a fan, you imagine scoring for your club and what you would do when you celebrate. I'd run around, I'd grab the badge, and I'd eat it because I love it so much. Come on, City! So, seeing Englishmen who look like you and sound like you, who you know just understand that dumb, illogical connection with that particular club is something I think, personally, is very important. What I'm trying to say is 2 things. UEFA, please, for the love of God, give City a transfer ban, please. And secondly, Pep Guardiola, please play me and Phil Foden in midfield. Anyone but Gundogan. Anyone. Also put Otamendi in the bin. Move Maker, 333 or Movie Maker, I can't remember, I might have just spelt it wrong. Kieran, I value the creator more than the finisher. Also Kieran chooses Jamie Vardy over James Maddison. The reason I picked Mr. Vardy over James Maddison as Leicester's most important player is because Jamie Vardy once played football with an ankle tag on. There's nothing more baller than that. James Maddison is a cool bloke, okay, but does he look like a shark? And has he played football whilst being monitored by the police? I think not. Not yet, at least. Will Giffen says on Stat Wars, is Kieran okay? I am okay, alright? I'm having a bloody whale of time. Some people didn't like me reading out the questions in various accents last week. For example, Kieran is f***ing annoying, but I don't care, because do you know how boring it is reading 2 sets of football-related questions a week for a year and a half? The questions come up as text on the screen every episode. I'm actually completely not needed. I'm completely irrelevant in the spaceship. Let me do my weird shit. I'm gonna do it anyway. The wonderful David Hartley tweeted me this as I asked for stuff on Twitter, and he writes for the City Extra account, which is a very good Twitter account, so go follow that if you like Manchester City news. Who would be a reasonable and adequate new centre-back City could purchase? If I had to buy any defender right now, I'd go for Soyuncu, if that's how you say it. I forgive him for what he did to Shrek because he's quality at centre-back. He'd cost a fortune now, obviously. We could probably afford it, but they're not going to sell until the summer. So I think that's out of the question. What I would do personally is not buy a centre-back. Play youth players. Play Eric Garcia. Play Harwood Bellis. Play our youth players who are good, and they will get better. Give them a chance. They care just that little bit more. As I mentioned earlier, that means a lot to me, especially Harwood Bellis, who himself is a fan. After playing for us the other week, he was then in the away end at Everton the other day. As I said earlier, I care more about having a connection with the players on the pitch than having some 50 million player again. But you do need a mix of the two, so I want our centre-backs to be John Stones, Laporte, Eric Garcia, backed up by Harwood Bellis, and with Fernandinho filling in, or Fernandinho one of the main centre-backs for this season at least. More ZTV said on Transfer Talk, Ernie Santiago to Real Madrid for 100 million euros. That's right, big Santiago has been linked to a host of clubs recently, and the Polish international is on track to move to Real Madrid. With 48 caps already for Poland, he's ready-made and experienced and would slot straight into that struggling Madrid side almost immediately. But what does he look like? There's no pictures or Getty images of this man. All that comes up is Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street, which means I need to digitally recreate what Ernie looks like from descriptions from Mr. Sam Obaseki, because he is the only man ever on this planet to have seen Ernie Santiago. This is big Ernie Santiago. This is our hero, the one we have but not the one we deserve. But what would his stats be? What is his position? I want you to get your comments down below, down here. I want his stat numbers, I want his overall, I want to know his position, I want to know his backstory. Why is he called Ernie Santiago? Those names don't go together. How does he qualify for the Polish national team? How old is he? What's his mother's maiden name? What's the 3-digit code on the back of his bank card? Notizie Atalanta! Psych, it's Schalke. Oh, Kieran, I thought you were doing Notizie Atalanta this year. Yeah, well, I thought we would beat Wolves, but things don't always work out how you want them to, do they? I didn't even know Atalanta were third in the table until I looked this morning, which means the connection is just simply not there at the moment. I do not care about Atalanta, not yet, at least. But I still care a great deal about Schalke. So we're back to Schalke this episode once again because I love Gelsenkirchen. What a time to be a Schalke fan. We're winning games over here, over there. Not down there, but we'll ignore that one. I've even gone and bought myself a new bit of Schalke merchandise. Are you bloody ready for this? You're not ready. You literally can't be mentally ready or mentally prepared for what I'm about to show you. It's a bloody Schalke bum bag. A Schalke fanny pack, some may call it. But what is inside this glorious piece of apparel? Oh look, it's a fucking title challenge. You bet your big German rump that it is. Lutsch deine Mama. That means suck your mum in German. Now, we may have missed out going top of the Bundesliga on the weekend by conceding in the last minute to draw against Cologne, but don't let that overshadow the fact that we're 2 points off top spot. We're above Borussia Dortmund, who scored 14 goals, and we've won 4 of the last 5. Amin Harit and Suat Serdar are my new heroes, and this man, Alexander Nubel, is making more saves than I do in bloody Adobe Premiere Pro. That's a good one. Terrified it's going to crash on me and I'll lose all my progress. And that's it, to be honest. That's all I've got this week for Schalke Shout, because that's all there is. I'm a positive man. I just want positive news, exciting news. It doesn't matter who we have next week, because whatever the question they throw up, Schalke have the answer right in here. All the answers to live questions are in my new Schalke fanny pack. Mon the Schalke! Oh, and we've got one more thing left in here. Oh, Football Daily Reddit. What a brilliant segue, Kieran. That's okay. And now we're back to the FD Reddit. I've picked one extra meme this time because we do this only once a month. Let's get straight into it. Kieran, reads an Italian player's name on Star Wars. Kieran's brain, don't even say it. Don't you do it. You say it every time. When the yodel mio day. Pick that one just because I want to say it again, because it's really good. Put in the comments something you want me to say in Italian on the next Star Wars and I'll try and remember to do it. Doogie shares any opinion. Pato, no. I like that meme. I even put it in the old group chat with Zach, Joe and Temps, because we're in a group chat because we're really good friends and we bitch about everyone else. Everyone else is a bastard. apart from James. James is lovely, we don't talk about James. Isn't that right, James?
Why does it smell like ass in here, Mom?
No, Zach, when I said put your foot through it, I meant on the game. Oh! I actually saw this and I laughed quite a lot. So, what I want you to do is go onto my Twitter and I will have tweeted this picture, but I would have removed what's on the screen. I want you to take that image, go into Photoshop and put your own funny thing that Zach is kicking. And I will include it on the next comment show in a month. Will I remember? You bloody bet you I will. Comment of the month, month of the comment. Comment of the week, comment of the month. Oh, yes, that is right. Well done, Thorley. The honor of comment of the month is yours, which is now a huge honor only bestowed once a month. Before it was just a throwaway thing. Now I actually think about it. So well done to Thorley. Round of applause for Thorley, everyone. I've been Kieran for this month. Don't forget to get your Ernie Santiago backstories and stats in the comments down below. Don't forget to Photoshop your Zach memes. And most importantly, don't forget to smile. The Joker's quite a good film, but don't be an incel, please. It's just a film. Bye.